All right, welcome to Breakthrough to Impact Podcast. This podcast is crafted to help everyday entrepreneurs break through to a successful life. My name is Dr. Mike Montes, and today we're going to be talking about 7 things I learned from failure. Get ready, it's going to be awesome. Grab some paper, grab a pen, take some notes. This is going to be good. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm so excited to be talking about the 7 things I learned from failure. But before we get into that, what I do want to talk to you about, just kind of a little bit of housekeeping. I've actually launched and am launching with this episode my YouTube channel. So on YouTube, you'll be able to go to Breakthrough to Impact soon. You'll be able to find that very easily. I do need 100 subscribers to be able to get the access to make the youtube.com/breakthrough to impact, but we will get there in time. So in the meantime, I will put a link in the description to this podcast so that you can get over there and get subscribed. I do also want to let you know that there are going to be some benefits to seeing me on YouTube that you're not going to get here with the podcast. So if you like the content that I'm sharing, please go and subscribe so you can get those notifications when this is uploaded to YouTube as well. All right. So with that being said, I do want to talk about number one, and this is probably one of my most it's one of the most challenging concepts, I think, that I had to really have set in my mind and in my heart, because sometimes when you're struggling with or dealing with failure, it's really hard to kind of grasp this, which is failure is a part of the process. Okay, so failure being a part of the process and really being a very crucial part of the process, because as far as I know, there are not a lot of entrepreneurs out there that just say, hey, I've got this great idea. And like, I'm going to build a website, or I'm just going to create a Facebook page, or I'm going to put a yellow page ad if that's the way you go. And then people just start flooding in the door, right? That's not normal. So usually there's either big failures or micro failures. So understanding that failure is a part of the process really can help you to accept when failure comes along. Because I think that sometimes, again, as entrepreneurs, we have something that doesn't work, and then we get discouraged. Well, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this. We feel shame, we feel defeated, whatever. We can feel all sorts of different things, and so understanding that is one part of that process really can help us to overcome that, shift our mindset around the concept of failure being negative, right? Because it really isn't. It's very positive. It helps us get to that end goal. Okay. So number 2, you can't be afraid to fail, right? So I know that's easier said than done, right? It's hard. It's hard to stop being afraid of something. Very easy to say, hey, don't worry about that. Don't be fearful of that. It's going to be okay. But if you can understand again that failure is a part of the process, then that gives you the permission not to be afraid. I think sometimes we look at my definition anyway. We look at failure as as a fear-driven element. If we can understand that fear really is it's really the belief that something bad will happen, right? It's like faith. It is almost exactly like faith. It's just the outcome you're expecting is negative. With faith, the outcome that you're expecting is positive, right? So, I think that if you can overcome and understand that failure is a part of the process, then you have permission now not to be afraid to fail. Okay, so that's that. Number 3. Now this one's huge. Okay, this is get back up and try again, right? So I want to share with you, I've got a dear friend of mine, his name's Casey, and Casey struggles with MS. He has for years and years and years. And that man has overcome more things in a week than I will overcome in my life, right? And he's relentless. He never gives up. In fact, he was the person who shared with me the first time I'd ever heard it, at least, this concept of the definition of success is not how many times you have a win, but it's how many times you fail and decide to get back up, right? So again, that feeds into failure is part of the process, right? So I can expect almost that I'm going to fail at something. Maybe again, maybe it's big, maybe it's small, maybe it's a little failure. I can expect that to be the case, but I can choose to see that failure, to address that failure, and to try again, right? To get back up again. When you fall, you get back up. Okay. Number 4, don't compare yourself to others. Okay. You are your own person with your own strengths and your own weaknesses. You are unique. And I the way I share this is, you're uniquely crafted to accomplish this goal that you have in your life, right? God has created you for a specific purpose. So if you do yourself the disservice of comparing your uniqueness with somebody else's, it's apples to oranges. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to God. It's not fair to the other person, right? You are on the journey that you are on, and it is not a necessity for you to look around you and see all the different success. Now, I will say I do look around me and see, okay, how did that person get that done? And I use those ideas to maybe motivate myself or solve some problems, but I don't look at the other person and say, wow, they've really got it made and I don't, right? Because it's just, that's a completely unfair perspective. All right, number 5, some things will work out, some won't, and that's okay because you're still learning from it all. So, in thinking about failure and thinking about success, like, you don't have all the tools today to be successful 20 years from now. You don't have everything you need. You may have some fundamentals. You may have a lot of what you need. You may be really well on your journey and doing just fine, but tomorrow you're going to learn something new that is going to shift the way that you perceive reality, shift the way you perceive your business, shift the way you perceive your family life, you name it. And that thing that you learn, that thing that you experience or understand that's new will help you to grow, help you to scale to success. So understanding that you're still learning, sometimes you're not equipped to handle the thing that comes along. So sometimes you will fail, and that's okay. We're still learning, all right? Still learning. So number 6, it's important to have a support system when things go wrong, right? So they can help you up when you fall. Think about that for a moment. You're going to fail. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You're going to feel maybe a fear. You're going to feel afraid of taking that next step because of maybe a traumatic some failure that you had before, and you're just at your wit's end. And then maybe you take a step and then you fail again. If you don't have anyone around you to help you up when you fall, man, you're an island, right? You're by yourself. And I share this across everything I do. The more and more I talk about it, the more I'm convinced that this really, truly is a key for your success, is having a tribe of people around you. So if you don't have a tribe, listen, I've got one for you. You can go to yourtribemembers.com. There's a free monthly meeting that we do to invite you into my tribe, and I would love for you to be a part of it. It's free. It's awesome. It's an hour. Go there, click on the link, put your email, your information, and it'll send you emails to get you started. Okay. So you need to have a tribe around you. You need to have people around you. So when you fail and when you're down and when you don't have the strength to stand up on your own, somebody can help you up, can help support you, can coach you, can cheer you on, can be that person that gives you that extra little bit of energy, or reminds you of your passions, right? So that you can get up and keep going and keep moving forward. Number 7, there are no mistakes in life, only lessons. Now, this is this is so true for me. This is something that I every day. It's when I make in fact, sometimes I will just put something out that I know isn't good and will fail, and I'm just looking for feedback. I want to hear what the market says so that I can learn the lesson I need to learn so that I can move forward and be successful, right? If I don't have any data, good or bad, then I won't be able to make it better, right? Because if I can ideate and think about this thing for as long as humanly possible, never get it out into the world, and because I just couldn't see it the way that my potential client would see it, I'll never fix that problem, right? So that problem will remain true in whatever it is that I haven't launched, because it's hidden from the world. So get it out there, right? And learn whatever lesson you have to learn from that. Do it now. Don't wait any longer. Don't hold yourself back any longer. Put it out there and learn what you can learn from whatever it is that you got out there in the marketplace, because there's just no mistake. Okay. So guys, that's it for this podcast. I want to make them as short as I can for you guys to make sure and help you to be successful, to be motivated, to think about something maybe you weren't thinking today. Now, I do want to offer one thing to you. If you want to go to breakthrough-to-impact-academy.com, right there, just down below the first section, there's a place you can put your name, your email address, and get this free book. This free book is your 45-minute breakthrough to impact. And it's really how I will take 45 minutes and help you find at the very least $17,000, really more around $50,000 to $100,000. In some cases, I've even found $600,000 for people just by spending a little bit of time with me. So download the book, see how I do that before you book a call with me. I do have a onboarding process that I work with each and every client. Number one is download the book. Please, that's the first step. Number two is going to be watch a 13-minute video on what I do and how I do it so that you can understand what the process is. And number three, just take a quick one-question assessment. It's going to help me understand when we get on this call what it is that I need to understand to be able to know where and how to help you, okay? And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to this podcast. I cannot wait to have you in all of the areas that I'm helping clients with, help add value to you and help you to add value to other people too, because it's not just about you, it's about everyone in your tribe. All right, bye for now.